Hello. This isn't a normal 60 seconds. This is me reading something to you. So please bear with me. Basically, we're not doing a brochure and we need your help. So if you can share this somehow, go to YouTube and find it and share it. If you can tell people, if you can just do the stuff that you can do to keep us doing what we're doing, that'd be great. This September is one of splendour. This is our first one with no brochure though, so as we've moved to digital only, so anything you can do to help spread the word about these wonderful artists would be awesome. Every single one deserves to sell out. 2 have already, and a couple more are very close, but I'm not telling you which ones. So if you want a ticket, I'd buy a ticket, because it could be one of those. We've got 3 of the best folk musicians in the world collaborating in Leverett. Peel favourites The Wedding Present, a cracking Hecklers Comedy Club, the opening dates of Nish Kumar's UK tour, brilliant TV comedian Zoe Lyons, a theatre piece by This Egg called Unconditional, more about this in a minute, blistering blues from Big Boy Bloater and The Limits, that's an Aldershot lad and his band, much loved by Imelda May and Jules Holland, would you believe it? A gig from a band who smashed it at Westival but we can't announce yet. The 6-piece Party Machine Molotov Jukebox, who bring us a turbo-driven brass section and funky jazzy pop, and a famous face too, if you squint. Molotov Jukebox are not the American punk band that I found on YouTube. That's not them. They're much more upbeat and fun. Award-winning acoustic artist Sam Carter, fresh from his triumph here with False Lights. Dead Naked Hippies, gritty, grungy post-punk, plus local supports. I've got a couple in mind, but if you're interested, let me know. And the description of them on DIY was like Estrons in a bar brawl with blood red shoes, which if you know those bands is a great description. It's exactly like that. And rounding it all off with a fabulous burlesque evening with our friends from 100 Watt Club. Now, I said I would say a little bit more about Unconditional, and it's written down because that way we can email it to people. When I go to Edinburgh, I'm looking for things that are the exact thing I want and things that could turn into the exact thing. And sometimes it takes 5 years, sometimes it takes 10 years, but you just kind of keep a bit of an eye on people. And this is where this comes from. So, Unconditional, theatre piece. This is a mother and daughter show by an actual mother and daughter. I saw Josie's show, who's the daughter, and it wasn't quite right for here, but it showed a ton of promise. And I should say, everyone else loved it in the room. People were giving it a standing ovation, but I'm a bit picky. Then I saw a presentation in Edinburgh about this show she was cooking up with her mum, Steffi, and it felt really right. I guess it helps that Steffi is also a theatre maker, Lecoq trained, worked at the highest level of alternative theatre. She co-founded Hoi Polloi, if you know them, featured on TV series Homeland, if you watch that. So I know both actresses are great, but I promise that isn't the reason. I go a lot on gut feeling, you've probably worked that out by now, and this just felt like it would be great. I don't know too much about it, and I don't think you should either. Theatre is about taking a risk on something, a leap of faith. I'm pretty sure there'll be laughs though, and maybe a few tears. It's about mums and daughters after all. Women working out their relationships with each other and with the world. In their words, this show is a joyous celebration of equality and liberation between a mother and her grown-up daughter. It's been created with the support of real grown-up art centres as well. I thought you might like that. Home, Battersea Art Centre, Cambridge Junction. So if you trust them more than you trust us, might be worth a thought. And what I've written here is, in the end, it's only an hour of your life, and maybe you'll come out of it refreshed. Or you might hate it. You might love it, and I might hate it. But in a way, that's the thrill of live theatre. And that's the thrill of everything that we do. You know, we always want it to be fantastic, and we're so careful about what we choose and how we place it and which bit goes with which. But you can't like all of it, and I can't like all of it. You just have to think, does this feel right, and is this roughly the right thing? And for years and years and years, the West End has been getting it right. Not just me, way before me, people were better, arguably. But we've been doing a good job for over 40 years. And we're going to keep trying to do that good job. So if you can tell people and share it around, the classes and workshops are starting up again. We're looking for the replacement for Jenny now. The applications are in. So they're in safe hands. Things are going pretty well here. That sound you can hear now is people digging the floor out in the dance studio so they can lay a beautiful new one. So there's a lot going on, and we've also got something happening in the Lido today. So there's loads of stuff, always loads of stuff, more stuff than you can imagine. That's too long, but it's honest.